Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, chapter 18, verse 57. We saw Swami Dayananda Saraswati's explanation for this verse. Importantly, how to keep the mind always on Bhagwan Krishna. Simple rule. Understand, creation is not different from the creator. Bhagwan Krishna is the creator. Bhagwan Krishna is the creation. Then perform your work. Whatever work you are performing, automatically, if you keep that I am doing it for Bhagwan Krishna while working in this world, by surrendering all your activities, by serving the creations of Bhagwan Krishna, naturally you are keeping your mind always on Bhagwan Krishna. Thus you can serve Bhagwan Krishna. That is the simple rule. That is what I understand. Today we will see the explanation of Swami Chinmayananda. Verse 57 again.
Chetasa sarvakarmani mayi sanyasya matparagam buddhi yogamupashitya majjitta sadadam bhavam.
How to renounce all actions mentally to Bhagavan Krishna. Actions can be mentally renounced by renouncing your ego and egocentric anxieties for enjoying the fruits of actions. That is the path by which a man of action reaches the highest goal. Ego. Renounce the ego. Swami Chinmayananda quotes chapter 3 verse 30 here. Already Bhagavan Krishna said there.
Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasyat yatma chetasam nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigadajwaragam.
Bhagavan Krishna already taught us how to work in this world. Simply, without pressure or anxiety, how to work. In brief, what Bhagavan Krishna said, we will see. Bhagavan Krishna said, Arjuna, you must fight this war. You cannot take up sannyasa now. Next question is why? Why can't I do PhD now? I am in 10th standard. Why? Bhagavan Krishna says, at your present level, you are not fit for sannyasa. Direct answer. Impossible for you, Arjuna. Your mind is not like that. Your mind is not calm mind, agitated mind. Your mind is agitated mind. Renunciation of action does not mean running away from your work. It is not inactivity, idleness. Arjuna, it is performing action without ego and egocentric desires. Selfless work is renunciation. Action performed in the outer world selflessly, that will become expression of the supreme will through the individual. Don't think you are working. Something forces you to work. Who is that? For this purpose, there are some adjustments required. What are those adjustments? Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Without hope and without ego, one should work in this world. Without hope means not hopelessly. Hope belongs to the future. Without hope means don't have any anxiety for the future, results of action. Ego belongs to the past. Only you do something, some success comes, ego automatically comes. I can do it. So ego belongs to the past. Without ego means Don't live in the dead moments of the past. Hence, Bhagavan Krishna says, renounce your ego, that is the dead past, and the hope, that is the unborn future. Don't allow any anxiety to take over your mind. Work in the field. Keep rid of, get rid of hope and ego. Work freely without anxiety. That is how one should work in this world, Arjuna. You are not fit for sannyasa now. Then Bhagavan says about Buddhi Yoga in chapter 2, verse 39. Already Bhagavan indicated what is Buddhi Yoga.
येषा ते विगिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रगास्यसि.
Till now I taught you what is Sankhya Yoga. Now I will tell you what is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga is attaining wisdom through devotion to work. In that verse, Bhagavan, whatever he said, we are just refreshing ourselves briefly. In detail, you can go to that verse and then see what is there in detail. In briefly, touching upon what Bhagavan Krishna said. Buddhi Yoga is attaining wisdom through devotion to work. Invariably, everyone in this world, everyone feels that, oh, so much of sorrow and suffering in my life. You don't know, sir. What a horrible life I am leading. This Bhagavan Krishna has completely destroyed my life. Everyone feels that way. And no one can escape from that feeling. Buddhi Yoga is the practice by which one is able to keep his mind in perfect equanimity in all conditions and in all situations of life. Pleasure and pain, sorrows, happiness, everything will come like waves. But how to keep your mind cool and calm in all situations, that is Buddhi Yoga. Wonderful. Bhagavan is not saying, no, your sorrows will be stopping. Your pleasures will not come. Your sorrows, next minute onwards, finish. No sorrows, no. No. It will come. But in spite of the sorrows and sufferings, you will be able to keep your mind calm and cool, undisturbed. How is it possible? This is possible only when the ego is completely erased from you. To the extent the individual detaches himself from his body, mind, intellect, that is ego. To that extent, his ego is dead. Since the sufferer, that ego is no longer there, there will be no suffering. That is Buddhi Yoga. So Buddhi Yoga is not running away from your work, doing the work, but keeping the mind cool and calm. Now, Bhagavan says in this verse,
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः.
in the present verse, chapter 18, verse 57, Bhagavan says, renounce mentally all actions to me. How to surrender all activities to Bhagavan, we have already seen. Surrendering all activities does not mean renouncing all your activities and sitting idle. Don't say I am going to become a sannyasi. Sit idle under a tree or a temple. Get whatever food, prasada they put, I will eat and then live. Bhagavan says, nonsense. Bhagavan says, work and sweat, earn and eat. Don't sit idle. Don't eat the wealth of the society. Don't become a leech. contribute to the welfare of the society in whatever way you can, for the welfare of the society. That is important, not for your welfare. Contribute to the welfare of the society. You can surrender all your activities only by acting in this world and surrendering your actions mentally to me. Swami Chinmayananda says, every night we are surrendering to sleep. If you say, no, no, sir, this is not possible. How can I surrender all activities to Bhagwan Krishna? Impossible. If you say, Swami Chinmayananda says, every night you are surrendering to sleep. Surrendering to sleep means what? Invoking sleep and allow sleep state of consciousness to overwhelm you. You are totally cut off from the world of waking state. When you enter sleeping state, then what is happening? No, nothing you know. You give up your physical, mental and intellectual world. Total renunciation of waking state is sleeping state. Similarly, instead of invoking sleep state of non-apprehension, you invoke the pure state of apprehension. This is important. Instead of invoking sleep state, in sleep state you don't apprehend anything. Completely you are cut off from the world. But you invoke the pure state of apprehension. That is called a total surrender. Just as you are surrendering yourself to the sleep by surrendering your body, mind and intellect, surrender all your actions to Bhagwan Krishna. Whatever you do through body, mind and intellect. Now it is possible. Earlier we said, no, it is not possible. You are surrendering daily to sleep. The way you are surrendering to sleep, you are surrendering your body, mind and intellect. Surrender all your activities, whatever it is carried out by body, mind and intellect, to Bhagwan Krishna. Resorting to Buddhi Yoga, Bhagwan says,
Buddhi Yoga Mupashitya.
Already we know what is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga, sorrows and sufferings will come. You must work. You cannot get depressed. You must work in this world. What is the function of Buddhi? Buddhi's function is discrimination. That is why man is we call ourselves as intellectuals. How? What is that intellect? If you don't use your intellect, you are an animal. You are an animal. I am an animal. Man is an animal only because of his intellect. We are saying man is intellectual. How? What is intellect? Intellect is nothing but discrimination. What is the discrimination we are doing? No, you belong to that race, I belong to this race. You belong to that religion, I belong to this. That is not discrimination. Discrimination means discriminate the false from the true, eternal from ephemeral, real from unreal, and fixing ourselves on the path of seeking the truth. That is called Buddhi Yoga. Is this true or false? Satya or Mithya? Nitya or Anitya? Atma or Anatma? That is the discrimination. Then only you will become an intellectual. Stupidly we are thinking, no, we are all intellectuals. Stupids. Are you leading a real life? Are you going in the path of the truth? Buddhi Yoga is path of selfless action. All strains and struggles of life are only on account of delusory ego. Freedom and bondage is a choice that we make. Hence, by Buddhi Yoga, make the right choice. Attach yourself with the truth. That is Sat. That is Bhagwan Krishna. And get rid of the false. All other things in this world. The only real is Sat. The only truth is Bhagwan Krishna. That is discrimination. Because that will remain, it was there in the past. It will be in the present. It will be in the future. This is the only question you must ask. Was it there in the past? Is it there in the present? Will it be there forever? Simple three questions. If you say no, any one, the answer is no, then it is not Sat. Sat is the only thing that will remain in the past. It is still remaining and it will remain in the future. This is the discrimination you have to make. When you follow any object, any goal, any path, anything, this is the only question one person has to ask himself. In this way, the ego will automatically get erased. Then Bhagavan says, how to fix the mind? Machitta sadatam bhava. Sadatam, always on me. How to fix the mind? Always on me. We have already seen how the mind works. Whenever you get up from the bed, hundreds of thoughts will cloud the mind. Hundreds of thoughts. Some good and some bad. Mostly bad thoughts. Mind cannot remain alone. It needs a company. Something. Maybe it will be living in the dead past or in the future or something. It cannot remain alone. That is the fact of the mind. When you are in a waking state, mind cannot remain alone. It will hold on to something. Mind should be persuaded about the higher goal of life. Like a baby, when you want a gold chain from the baby, you give the baby what it values higher. A balloon or a toy or a doll, you give it and take the gold chain. Suppose if you have a gold chain and if I come and give you a balloon, will you accept it? So mind should be persuaded about the highest, the supreme. Swami Chinmayananda says, the one who has fixed Krishna Tattva as goal of life, Krishna Tattva as goal of life, the one who surrenders himself mentally at all times to this altar and serves all his creatures. It is not that you become selfish. The moment you become Krishna conscious, you serve all his creatures. One who ever discriminates and avoids all undivine thoughts and egocentric self-assertions. Such a one alone can naturally comes to fix his thoughts constantly upon the Bhagwan. So, beautifully put. First, keep the goal as Bhagwan Krishna. Surrender mentally at all times to that goal. Serve all the creatures. Discriminate and avoid all undivine thoughts, bad thoughts. It will come. You cannot avoid. How can one avoid bad thoughts or good thoughts? Thought mind. Whenever you are in a waking state, thoughts will come. It is the nature of the mind. Understand this. Then naturally, if you appreciate everything, work in this world, keep the divine as the ultimate goal. You can easily, naturally, automatically, you can fix your mind on Bhagwan Krishna. Swami Chinmayananda says, it is the eternal law of mental life, psychology. As you think, so you become. As you think, so you become. If you continuously think about monkey, 100% one day you will climb the tree and sleep there, or jump from one branch to another. Keep Krishna. As you think, so you become. So, always keep Krishna as in your mind. A devotee who has thus come to live Bhagavan Krishna in all his activities dedicated all his activities towards his goal, that is Krishna consciousness, he must necessarily come to live as Krishna and experience the eternal, immutable state of the self. That is what Bhagwan Krishna says in this verse. In this verse, Bhagwan Krishna says, mentally renounce all your activities to me. Have me as the highest goal of life. Resort to Buddhi Yoga, that is yoga of discrimination. Buddhi. Always fix me in your mind and act in this world. Don't sit idle. Act in this world. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says. Verse 57 again.
Cetasa sarvakarmani mayi sanyasya matparagam buddhi yogamupashitya majchitta sadadam bhavam. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana